Hello. Today's letter comes to us from Janie, who writes, Dear Brother Ron, how does one walk by faith and not by sight? I have been saved 23 years and recently turned my life to God, but I feel maybe I am still doing it the old way. How does one let God lead? Do they not act unless they totally know what God wants them to do? I want to please Him, but not count on works, and I have anger and hatred that hangs on to me despite trying to forgive, as relatives have hurt me deeply and recently. Does God understand this is a battle for me that I am trying, though not perfect, on? Please help me in my Christian walk. What things should I be doing? I am headstrong by nature and rarely listen to anyone, and I am worried. I would be compliant and obedient if I could figure out what He wants me to do. I feel so blind in all this. I was always scared to trust God before, as I had a distorted view of Him and can't easily feel His love and closeness. How can I increase my knowledge of who He really is and what He wants of me? Well, dear Janie, let's take your questions one at a time. First, how does one walk by faith and not by sight? First, you have to know what you have faith in. I have faith that the part of the living God which dwells within me has a perfect vision of the future and has my best interests at heart as He leads me to fulfill His plan for that future. I have faith that God is infinite in wisdom and power and will provide me with the wisdom and power to accomplish what He needs me to accomplish. Now, how does one let God lead? As a child, I had to depend on my parents for transportation. I was too small to reach the pedals. I did not have the keys. I did not understand how to work the controls. I had to have faith that my parents knew where we needed to go and would steer the car safely in the right direction and provide the fuel to get us to our destination. Allowing God to take the driver's seat of your life is a similar experience. Now, once you realize that you are under the protection and direction of our Father, you act with the certainty that your actions are in accordance with the wishes of our Father. Removing that doubt from your mind frees up an enormous amount of time and energy. You say you feel anger and hatred toward family members who have hurt you. Now, God has known you since before you were born. He has seen every step you have taken and every move you have made. He has seen all of your mistakes and failures and loves you anyway. Now, if you're good enough for God to love, you are good enough for other people to love. You are also good enough for you to love. If others don't see it that way, it's because of their short-sightedness. Your anger will not change that and merely serves to drain you of energy, which you should be spending accomplishing what our Father wants for your life. Now, you say you would be compliant if you could figure out what God wants you to do. You have it backwards. In order to learn what God has planned for your life, first you have to convince yourself to listen for His voice and do what He tells you to do. Once you tune in to the voice of God within you, the directions will come naturally. How can you increase your knowledge of God and His plan for your life? Talk to Him. He is living within the depths of your being and is a great listener and a great conversationalist. You do not have to do anything special to get His attention. You already have it. Once you realize and accept that, the rest will come naturally. Thank you for joining us.